So as you know, building in Terraria has a ton of potential. You can literally build almost anything, from a floating castle to a tiny sky island to some robotic monstrosity. It doesn't really matter. But this build, today's build, not gonna lie, it kind of stinks. Hey Terraria fans, welcome back to another speed build video. Guys, in this one, we are indeed making a very stinky build because we are building a garbage truck. Now, this build was actually inspired by a community member who built a truck that I think they took from someone else. I cannot remember the name of the person, but in any case, very cool build, and I just thought I would take a similar design and add my own twist to it. So we ended up with a very interesting and a very green garbage truck. Now, there's not really a lot to say about this build, guys. It was a quick one because we had a bit of an initial design to work with, and I just spent a lot more time playing around with the details on actually building out the components. Now again, when you make smaller builds, that is one of the main advantages. It's not going to take you 8 hours, it might take you 2 or 3. Also guys, don't forget to stay till the end of this video because I will be covering all of the materials that I use for this build. So if you want to try to build something similar or make an exact copy, you'll be able to see exactly what you need to do so. And since we were on the topic, speaking of things that stink, if you guys would like to actually come and check me out building some of these live, guys, you can do so by checking out the Twitch link below. Additionally, if you're enjoying any of the content here on the channel, guys, do feel free to hit the like, the subscribe, or the little dinner bell thingy so you can know when the next video hits the old YouTube universe. Also because it's free and it makes me feel good inside. Aww. Anyways, warm, smushy feelings aside, let's get into some warm, smushy garbage. All right, so with our stinky truck finally built, I'm going to go ahead and show you all of the materials that I use to actually put this thing together. Now, of course, guys, I encourage you to pause the video here if you'd like to take a closer look, but there are a few kind of standouts in my opinion, and I'd say that's going to be our brown mossy wall and our crimstone wall, as well as our hallowed shard wall. I use this to make the back of the truck look like it actually had some texture and, well, garbage in the back, and I think it actually worked pretty well once we painted it black. Now, otherwise, we wanted to use a lot of cog wall, some cobalt brick wall, and some iron brick wall along with some copper plating, just to kind of make the truck feel like it was actually built out of metal and actually had some moving parts. When it comes to blocks, guys, nothing really special here. I'm just going to show you that we use some copper plating and some tin plating, as well as some adamantite beams and some iron. So a lot of metal textures that I think work really well together. And when it comes to paints, unsurprisingly, a lot of deep green, a lot of black, and a lot of gray. And that's really everything you're going to need, guys, if you want to make something similar. And again, you can always swap any of these out should you choose, or if you want to keep it identical and try to replicate it, guys, well, then you know exactly what you're going to need to do so. So yeah, like promised, a really quick overview of the materials, guys, but with that said, let's move on to the rest of the video. All right, guys, so there you go. There is our garbage truck done. I gotta say, I really like some of the details. I think the way we have this mechanical part holding up what is supposed to look like a dumpster, hopefully you guys caught on to that. I just think it looks really cool. It's a simple design, but it makes it look like it's actually functioning and working. And I also like the way the back is slanted and open where you can see where some of the garbage is. I just think it's a really kind of interesting design. Now, again, the front of this build, guys, is not my original design. It was someone in my community, and I'll probably have to ask them who they got it from just so I can clarify who it is and point you in the right direction for the original creator. Now, one part I'm not so fond of in this build is the wheels. It is very hard to make wheels look good in this game because it's hard to make circles. And usually if you make a circle, it's either too small or too large, or, well, it looks like a square. And while these ones are serviceable, I do wish I'd spent a little bit more time figuring out some different design that I think maybe would have added a little bit more texture and detail. But let me know what you guys think of this build in the comments down below. What did you like? What would you change? And maybe what you'd like to see me build in an upcoming video. Because again, guys, I'm always taking requests for future builds. And with that said, guys, we're done. So thank you so much for staying until the end of this video. And as always, thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. We will see you in the next one.